Hello everybody, I'm Dolo with Team APS, and I'm here at Shreveport Regional, and I'm about to get a deck profile of
Ritual Beast.
Alright, we're gonna jump right into it, kind of explain it,
Alright, I got you. Okay. First, 3 Elder. This is actually really important due to the fact it's an additional normal summon. If you can open this and Kanahawk, or if you play Renpengu like I do, if you open that with this, you can start plussing right off the first turn. When you don't open this, it kind of, but I mean, you can play without it. But 3 is really important for the deck for that reason. In addition, this is like a walking double summon, which is really needed to get these plays started. They need at least 2 months out to get their stuff started. Then I played 2 of the Tamers each, 2 Win and 2 Lar. Now, I opted of playing 3 Win at first, but then I found I kept that drawing it a lot, and the 2-2 ratio wound up to be a whole lot better. I was playing this at I was doing 1-3 at first, but since I played 2 Renpengu, this actually really helps out. Typically, since you go on a main board, macro and defisher, you'll have some in the banish and in the grave, and you kind of want options with the deck, and that's what helping out about right there. But those are all the Tamers, and I played 10. Then for the Spiritual Beasts, 3 Kanahawk, the second best card in the deck. Even if you open this by itself, you have some way to protect it, you can still get your blessing started by putting stuff in the bandit zone right away. Opening this and this, you should generally win the game at that point. Then you summon this, get your search off, go in your extra deck, just start your whole 10-minute turn thing with this right here. Then play 2 Apelio. I was thinking of playing 3 at first, but I decided to go with 2 for this event. It helps you beat over Deka Seka, which a lot of Nekroz players are playing, and that can really shut this deck down. So generally having one of these either banished or in your grave for a later play with one of your Tamers really helps you get over that Seka when it's dropped on you, because they'll drop it as soon as they can. And I played 2 Renpengu now. I see people cut this out because it doesn't put one of these in your banish zone right away. It rather puts it in the grave. It puts one of these in the graveyard. But it's not really that bad to open with. I mean, if you don't open with Kanahawk, you need something else to take that spot up, which is why I played 2 Renpengu. I would not recommend playing 3. 2 is fine. 1 if you really don't like the card, but I like 2 just fine. Then my last Spiritual Beast, I played 1 Penguin, 1 Pink Dolphin. I'm sorry. It's actually really good spot removal. I would not play more than 1 because it's not really all that good outside of getting that problem card off the board. And I do play the Breeze Dragon in here, so it's also a debris target, which is just good for rank 4s afterwards. It's also another name, so that actually really helps out with your looping plays that you'll do later on during the duel. And then for the non-spiritual ritual beast monsters, the 1 debris and the 1 summon. And I opted for this because if you don't open any of your things here, your early game is going to be really shitty. So that's why I play the 1 summon monk in the event that I do draw it. My early game ain't that bad. Late game is the same way. Once you burn through all your stuff, you pretty much SOL at that point too. That's why I play the Breeze Dragon to help get some play started. It's like a third. It's like a third Lara, except it lets me go into the other cards in my extra deck too. And that's it for my monsters. The spells, I played 3 E-Telly. You cannot really play the deck without it. I mean, you can, but you'll break a lot more than you normally would. This is essentially another 3 of these. So that really helps work those dead hands out when you open this and a beast of any kind. Other spells, 3 MST. Floodgates hurt you like nobody's business. You can try to, like I personally opted for 3 because that Requilate card can kind of hurt the deck. Vanities hurts the deck. Imperial Iron Wall hurts the deck.
Takes away a lot of their board presence.
Just a lot of stuff can hurt the deck, and that's why I opted 3 to get those floodgates out of the way. And I played 2 upstart. Would have played 3. Only had 2 at the time when I built it. So you try to fit 3 if you can, because that'll help. But I can only fit 2. Then for my 1-ofs, I played 1 Bond. Helps in OTK scenarios. Also helps if you're, let's say, if I go Elder, kind of and I go Effect. Sometimes somebody tried to veil this today, and I chained this to it, got it off the board, got its effect off, got another search off, so. It also helps in the OTK scenario. If you ain't got enough points on board, you can tag your beast out, drop this, tag another one in the battle phase, and just swing for game that way. And Gosark, it's another this. If I could play 4 of this, I could, which is generally why I play Gosark in the first place. And the other 1-ofs, 1 Book of Moon, really helps in your Burning Abyss matchup. If they summon Tour Guide and go into Storm, you can't really use this because it's effects negated. But if they go Storm, Graph, and you Book of Moon one of them, the other one's going to die. You'll Book of Moon the one they normal summon because that one has not used its effect yet. So when Scarn goes to the graveyard, they can't search. So they kind of stalls on the turn with that. Then Regeki. This and this are generally going to be one of your only few outs to the gen lock if you face it. MST can't save you there, so you better clear that board, otherwise you're going to be SOL. And my other 1-of D-Fissure works really well under it. If you open this and this instead of Counterhawk, this is actually better in that scenario, because it banishes 2 instead of 1. This is going to get you 1. So when D-Fissure's up or Macro's up, this is actually much better than Counterhawk is. Then only play 10 traps. 3 Fire Lake. Fire Lake is good for a reason, so this is clearly just as good, if not better, because you can plus more off of it if you have one of your 2 floodgates, D-Fissure or Macro up. Going against any deck, this really halts their advances, especially if you wait till the battle phase or end phase and use this. They can't swing at you. If you're playing Quills and you did this and they already pendulum summon, you open their board for another OTK scenario, which you should try to push the game right there. That's actually how I won my match, actually. Then with that, I played 3 Gothams Emergency Call. That's basically what this is. Honestly, I can't really say much about it. What's bad about special up to 2 monsters? But you can play 2. I opted for 3 just because to me it's so good of a card to get you out of that scenario when you ain't got shit going for you. You got your monsters over here. You're running low on resources in your hand and your deck. That kind of just puts you back in the game if you're in a losing scenario. That's how I won my Burning Abyss matchup just now, actually. Then my other 1-of 1 Macro. Just like D-Fissure, you play well under it. 1 Vanities, if you do this, your opponent cries a lot. 1 Warning and 1 Bottomless. I would have played Compulse, didn't have the room. I will not play Torrential in this deck. You need your monsters really bad. If you Torrential your own board, you're kind of putting yourself in a loss. Why would you? And that's it for the main deck. You want me to extra side? Okay. I'll do the extra deck. I play 3 OT Pillow, 3 of the Counterhawk, And just two of the dolphin. Three of this is too many, and plus you only have one penguin to pitch. Pink dolphin to pitch out of your deck anyway. So that leaves one of them to be live, the other one just gonna be, collecting dust in your extra deck. And then three of these helps you put you in the OTK scenarios versus Nekroz. This is actually really important because when you attack with this, it's unaffected. They cannot drop Valkyrias on you because it targets it. And this is unaffected by card effects during the battle step. Throughout the entirety when it's attacked, they can't end the battle phase. And three of these is enough points for the game. So that's actually really important. Three Shaddows. That's pretty much all I can say about that. I don't see why you play any less than three. People already want a free Magic Shaddows. Why not have three more of this? And the other cards I played one Fist Dweller. This rest is kind of just staple stuff. One Laval Chain. I never went into this. Never went into I never went into this either. Came in clutch versus Quill's game 1. He went Pendulum Summon, locked himself out of his extra deck, and tried to swing and forgot that this clears the board in the battle phase. I played 2 Castell. Castell is just, I like Castell better than Anarch, which is why Anarch's not in here. But I never went into it, but in the opportune time I'd go into it. That and the fact that I don't have Light and Chidori. So, there's that. And then I did go into Emerald though, because you can run out of resources. Putting them back in the deck actually is not as bad as most players think it is. You could draw an additional card which isn't one of the cards you put back. If it is, you're going to kind of stack yourself anyway. So you can keep on recycling through your plays later. Just in case if you need to put one of them in your hand, this is just as good because you can't add from grave to hand. But you can sure add from grave from deck to hand. And the last one I teched in was Photon Strike Bouncer. You got a lot of 6s here. So, and plus I had the extra deck space, so I just threw in a Bouncer. And my sideboard.
So tell me a little bit about your different matchups today, real briefly.
Well,
so far.
First round I played a mirror match, I 2-0'd it. I played Clippers, I 2-0'd it. I played what was my round 3? Shoot, I cannot remember. Spellbooks, that's what it was. I played Spellbooks, I 2-0'd it. I played Nekroz, I lost 2-1. And then I played Burning Abyss just now and I 2-0'd him.
So you think this deck is like a sleeper in this format, or?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Because it has plays where it's not only flexible, but it can put you back in the game from a losing scenario, and it can do that quite often if you're already losing. If you're winning and get win more, your opponent really cannot catch up at that point. So yeah, it's definitely a sleeper deck. If not something to be considered one of, probably 1.5 at best in my opinion.
Well, like I said, I'm Dolo here with Team APS, and if you like this deck profile, remember to rate, comment, and subscribe.
Good deck to use in a tournament. Good deck to use.
All right, thank you.
No problem.